Hello there and welcome back to Satisfactory. Yes, we're back on Satisfactory once again, going to be continuing our single player playthrough. Yes, yes. Alright, so just diving right on in here. If you weren't here last time, we had done our rail connection that we wanted to get done. This rail connection here. Let's see, we have a jetpack. Okay. Swap over to hover pack. But yeah, this is the rail that we had done. Let's go ahead and swap over to the hover pack. There we go. So yeah, following this rail all the way up this hill, we've got a nice 1 meter into a 2 meter slope, which looks rather nice. It blends quite well. The top doesn't blend as nicely, unfortunately, but it goes back from a 2 meter to a 1 meter slope and then back to a flat, so that we could have our little T-junction here, which does look rather nice, because I like the trains to go both ways, of course. So you go left or right. Yep. Then we brought our train line up here to straight to a 2 meter, because that's all, just because this hill, the way it follows it, which goes all the way up here, up into the flat, and then kind of does a little wiggle because of the cliff sides. Has to do a little wiggle just to get through here. And into this junction, this massive junction, which this one is going to connect the water collection facility here with the Titan Forest, as well as eventually it's going to end up over here at our aluminum facility up in the Red Forest. It's going to the Bamboo Forest, whatever the heck it's called. It's going to end up connecting that as well. Probably somewhere around here-ish. I don't exactly know where I'm going to connect that, but it needs to connect down here, probably. We'll have to either do a spiral or something like that. And there's the iron plate train. Let's do it for them. Okay. So then, as soon as we connected this rail line up, the iron plate train started taking this route instead, because it's a lot shorter. It's a lot shorter than going from here. Our iron plates export goes this way, this way, this way, and then it goes down into here, into the Great Canyon or whatever, into there, and then it comes all the way up this way, and then ends up eventually over here. So yeah, that's a long route. Now it just goes from here to where I'm at to down here. Well, it goes like this, but yeah, something like that. Anyway, can't do that on multiplayer. That'd piss a lot of people off. Anyway, so yep, we got our weird little rail bridge I kind of experimented with. I might add more to this at some point. It's pretty rudimentary, pretty simple. So nothing. And then of course we've got our we've got our massive kind of arch bridge, aqueduct bridge, I guess you could say. And that goes all the way along and connects up all that. This is what we did yesterday. This was a lot of work, and whatnot. So yeah, it was quite a long journey there. But yeah, we got that connected. And then, of course, we got our other kind of rail intersection here, which connects our train line very beautifully. Connects down to our iron plate factory right there. And then it continues on, of course. And that connects these two sides without having to go down into the canyon first. And then this one's going to go up to the ball. The ball is another build that we need to get done, which we might end up building. I know I wanted to do the wire and cable factory, but we're kind of running out of time with the old Fixmas stuff, the Fixmas event and whatnot. So what I need to do is I need to get working on the projects that are going to use the Fixmas stuff, any kind of factories we want to build and anything like that. So I need to get moving on that. But I know that I said I wanted you guys to I wanted you guys to be there when I built the mall, which we might end up doing today. I'm thinking about it. Of course, we got the. Then the other plan was to build the wire and cable factory as like kind of a dual tower setup, and then we have like the wire going not only to the train but also splitting off and going into being made into cable. I think that would be a pretty cool factory as well. A cool place we could do it, if we have enough space, that is. Don't have enough room here. I can already tell you that just by the width of that. Could do it there. Just over that massive expanse of stuff. And then connect into this, make this a four-way intersection. Yeah, could do it there. There's quite a bit of space right here. And then have it overlooking the desert. That would be really cool, actually. That'd be actually pretty cool. Okay, so the amount of space we're gonna need, we can always tell how much space we have. Let's see, the way we're gonna have to orient it. Yeah, let's figure this out here. I think this will be a pretty good spot for our wire factory. And it's like it seems like a pretty good, nice spot. Plus, it's like since it's going to be two towers, it's going to be overlooking. It's going to be overlooking the desert as well as a bit of the Titan Forest. I think that would be a pretty cool thing. The other thing we could do, because we're not going to have any other factories up here, we could put it up there instead. But no, I have another plan for that. That's right. That's where I'm going to be putting the space elevator. The space elevator is going to be going right up on top of that cliff edge right there. It's going to be its own building, and it's going to have the. That's where permanently we're going to have the. What do you call it? I'm trying to think of the name. The hub. The hub area. It's either that or we, instead of putting a Christmas tree in the middle of the mall, we put the space elevator in the middle of the mall. Oh, that'd be funny. I might bring that up to Dragon. Ask him what he thinks about that idea, because that's an idea I just had. It's like, why don't we put the space elevator in the middle of the mall, since how large it's going to be? That would be really cool. That would be really freaking cool. Instead of a Christmas tree, just have the space elevator smack dab in the middle of it. That'd bring way more attention to the mall as well. Having a space needle sticking out of the top. And then what we'll do is we'll put a small hole in the ceiling where the needle goes. And then we could do I could do like a charge system, or I don't know, like a stator. We could build like a stator around the center of it. Man, that's a really good idea. All right, you know what? We might be doing that. Well, we need to build them all anyway. So I think that would be really cool. And then we could put the two tower factory up there, the cable and stuff. And then this train line would get used a lot more going up here. So basically, this train line's going to follow this land bridge all the way up to the top. And it's going to go all the way up to here. And then it's going to cross over to there, where he's at. We need to go ahead and clear that eventually, too. And I don't have a jetpack. So let's get a jetpack. Hey, Boyle. We'll have to get rid of him, too. He's going to be right in the way. Yeah, and then the train line's going to follow up this way. Go right up underneath that arch right there. Okay. Let's stupid phlegm. Can I make it? Yes, I can. Yeah, and it'll follow right along here. And it's going to end up over here. Oh no, it's gonna go around this rock here, and then make its way this way. Yeah. So here's where the mall is gonna be. This is a nice, beautiful area. Very beautiful area. We're only gonna get to part of the mall today, but I do have the blueprint, so it is gonna go a little bit faster. The first thing I got to do is I got to get the placement of it. I do got to get the angles, and I might have to switch between the server and this game in order to get that angle properly, because I want to recreate it. You know, something that I personally built. I want to recreate that, but basically it's going to follow along this cliff edge here. Like I said, I need to get the height correct, and I need to get the... Well, the height doesn't have to be exact, I suppose, but it does need to be close. We gotta do a lot of clearing of all these, all this stuff, get this all out of the way. Look at my mess of a factory down there. Pretty cool view, though. There's the steel factory. Beautiful. I feel like I have to talk louder over that. Sorry. There's our train lines. The massive rail train line that goes through the desert. Pretty freaking cool. Yeah, this is where the mall's going. So yeah, I think I might build the mall, and then we'll see if we can put the space elevator in the middle of it. I think that'd be pretty fun. Type of thing we could try to do. Alrighty then. So I know it doesn't look like I've moved really. So what I did was I went to the server and I took some pictures and stuff. To try and locate exactly how I did this. And so here we go. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a foundation. I'll take a 4 meter here. We're going to stick it roughly, I think it's like roughly there-ish. Doesn't have to be exact. I just need a rough height, which is going to be there. And then we take this. We can control. Like this. Come on. Okay, I might have to stand up over here. There we go. And then it's 1, 2 was the rotation. And then 1 foundation up, and that's our floor height right there on top of that. And then it was roughly 1 this way. But we'll fix that. So that gives us our height and our rotation. It doesn't give us our placement yet, but our height and our rotation is done. So let's go ahead and take care of these baddies real quick. Not close enough. Oop, we'll take care of these baddies first. Snowballs. It's very loud around here. That waterfall's loud, like real life. That takes care of them. Can't hit that one just yet. There's usually a bunch of slugs on this, but I think we had collected it before. I was tempted to give you guys the full mall view and be like, we're done! Like, holy crap! No, we're just on the server. No, and I was just like, nah, you guys don't get to see what it looks like until it's built on here, we'll say. Unless you've watched the multiplayer series, then you get to know what it looks like. For those of you who have watched the multiplayer series with Dragon, you can definitely see what the mall looks like. You already know what we're doing. And that is a massive undertaking of a build. But it is required, and I do need to get it done before they decide to take away the Christmas stuff, or the Fixmas stuff. I think, are we... Do we have all of them got rid of? I thought there was one more somewhere. Maybe I missed. Oh, let's grab this one too while we're thinking about it. Just gotta fly by and hope. There's also a uranium node up here that we're going to be taking advantage of eventually. But yeah, we had to get rid of these because this is the center of the build here. Getting rid of those is crucial. Okay, cool. Alrighty, so now that we have our height and our placement, or our height and our rotation, let's go ahead and bring those blocks over to the center here. Yeah, just like that. Perfect. It's close. We're definitely really close. Just need to get this angle correctly. So it's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4, I think. We're using this as a marker for the center of our build. It's going to be over 1 probably. That looks correct. Come on, vertical. Yeah, right about there is where we want it. That's the height-wise anyway. That looks center-ish. I think it might be one more tick this way. Right there. And yeah, one tick this way. Roughly. Okay. Perfect. Yep, that looks... yeah, that looks correct. I think. And it's centered with that. With this angle. Yeah, centered with that. That looks in the center. That looks in the center. That looks in the center. Okay. I think we have our mark. Sweet. So then we just go... oops. Down. Down. What I'm going to do is I'm going to paint this gold. That way I know that's the center of the build. And we won't remove that until the build's damn near done. Okay, and this should almost be in the exact same spot as the old one. Or as I say the old one, as the one I built before. So then we're going to extend out our arms to go to the lengths that they need to be. Alright, now that we have our measurements of 9 and 14 in the center, so we've got 9 this way, so it's a rectangle shape, just the way it fits up here, 9 and 14. So we've got 9 this way, 9 this way, and then 14 that way and 14 that way. We've got our measurement here. To now we can go ahead and put our flooring down for the actual thing. So anything that we've measured out here before we put anything else down, all this is all what I call the center safe zone, essentially. All the nature other than the stuff that hurts is all safe within this zone. Everything else gets deleted unless it's like this right here. This is not safe, even though technically the tree is in the zone. The wall right here covers part of the tree, so we're going to end up, all this nature is going to be removed here along this beach side. But I want to measure it first before we go that far. So it's going to be a two foundation wide walkway all the way around. So 10 that way 10 that way, close enough. Part of the rock is going to hinder our ability to build, so we're just going to have to deal with it. Obviously. Nah. Oh, it's one of those stupid plants. Dang it, I missed. No, I'm flying. Okay. Gotta get rid of all these dudes. And also the wall's gotta be high enough that those, that the beans don't get up on the walkways. Ouch. Okay, just getting rid of some nature here. And then we'll go to this one. So yeah, just got to build our 2 wide foundation all the way around this space here. Alrighty, and there we go with the arms removed, and we've got our pathway. So this is going to be the initial walkway on the very first floor. This is only the first floor. There's going to be 5 floors of this. But yeah, this is the initial floor, and then we're going to do corners. I don't like the hard corner right here, so we're going to do 45s. Which is basically, we take this, so you just put it as you're going to place it there, and then you just rotate it one, and it goes to a 45 immediately as soon as you rotate. Then we're going to hit the H key, lock it in, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. And then you're going to have this on zoop mode, then you're going to place it, drag one, place. And the best thing to do is, if it is glitching, just delete the one that's glitching and place it again. Only do one at a time, so you don't have to replace them. But yeah, you see these are not glitching, and they are at the 45 mark. Oh, this one's glitching a little bit, so we can try that one again. Sometimes it takes a few tries to get it right. And nope, that one's glitching even harder. Come on. Stop glitching. There we go. See, now it's not glitching now. Yep, and we're going to do that to all 4 corners. Just simple enough. 1, 2. 1, 2, 3, 4. We're glitching it all. Yeah, both of these are. So yeah, I'm just gonna... Sometimes you just replace the other flooring and it'll also work. Yeah, just like that. Well... There we go. Next, look at that beautiful sunrise. I love watching the sunrise over the desert cliffs. It's just so colorful. I don't like the sunrise over the is it the sunrise or the sunset? One of the two over the Spider Coast. It gets very, very orange over there. It's crazy how orange it gets, and it's hard to see. It is so orange. Yeah, that looks pretty cool, actually. When it overlaps perfectly, looks like it's meant to be that way. If the straight ones here, not the angled ones, would overlap on top of these, it'd be better. But that's okay. Okay, got any glitchiness? A little bit. Place that one. Still glitching. Still glitching. It's being a glitchy boy. There we go. Like I said, sometimes it takes a few tries. Alright, though, but now that we've got that done, what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and expand down our walls downwards. And this will basically be the inner lining. We could do walls, but I like to do walls and foundations. We're just going to get rid of some of the greenery here. And some of the creatures. The hostile ones, anyway. These will probably respawn, but it does give us more tickets, technically. Yeah, we're going to take this, and we're just going to vertical and drop her down. Just like that. For this, we're just going to zoop it. Be faster. But yeah, we just want to do this all the way around to all of these walls. We don't want to do it in certain spots. I'll show you here, like this, for example. We'll bring this a little further along, probably a bit to about right there-ish. Come on, there we go. Almost trying to do that. But yeah, we'll run it to about there-ish, and then what we'll do... put a little floor we can stand on. We'll do a vertical down to there. So that the water has an escape, essentially. Roughly, anyway. I might do is do this. Just whatever looks good, I think. And delete this set here. There we go. So that it has a decent wide tunnel. And this one, yeah, this one can go here. Hopefully. It's not going to be exact as my other build. I don't remember what I did, but... anyway. Yeah, we'll just... oops. Zoom that down there. Just like that. Just cover that up. And what I'll do once this is all done, then we'll put walls in here to actually give it a little bit more of a texture. Yeah, it's like a natural spring inside of a mall. Natural lake. And it looks really good when you get the foundations in here and the walls and stuff. The walls do a really good job. The foundations don't do too bad, but it's the walls that really sell it. When we put our walls in here. Like this. And you get the lighting. See, the walls kind of sell it a bit, just a tad bit more. They give this this green look to the water, but it does look nice, though. It does look nice. All right, so yep, I'm just gonna do this all the way around with our walls, and then we'll move on to placing this. Start placing the stores. I do have the blueprint, I believe. Store Mall A. I believe it is. Is it Mall A or Mall B? It might be Mall A. Mall A is the O. Wait, is this the right one? Yeah, this is the right one. Okay. Mall A is the first floor, and then Mall B is the rest of the floors. Because Mall B, if we take a look at Mall B here, this one, as you can see, just gets placed on top. But I didn't do this right when I built the original blueprint. So you have like this gap underneath. I remember that we have to put like foundations on the backside, get it lined up, and then once we get the first one, then we can do the rest. And it's pretty easy, but it's that first one. Look how much this costs as well. Because this is Mark V belts, I believe. I think this is Mark V belts, is it? Yep, Mark V belts. We've got smart splitters in here, so we're going to need... well, we have programmable splitters, actually. So it takes computers as well. Yeah, very expensive build. But that's just for our sorting system in the back. Unfortunately, that's at the edge of the blueprint that could fit. So we have a separate blueprint, which is this one, which is also for our sorting system as well. Look how expensive that is. Good thing we're making all that. Whew, all right, let's get that done, and then we'll move on to start placing the stores. Alrighty then, finally got that done. This episode's gonna go out late. There's a lot of stuff we still have yet to do. Still a little bit of an episode left to go and whatnot, so. But anyway, got all the walls in place, all the foundations in place for the moment to do all of this. So this is going to be the inner courtyard, or not courtyard, the inner, I don't know what you call it, park that you can't access. Yeah, this is the intersection, and we make that work there. Looks rather good, in my opinion. Just rather good. So we have to go with that. Oh, did I? No, that's just a shadow. Okay. Yeah, so this is going to expand out further, obviously, this way, but this is what it looks like just kind of on the interior, just kind of covering up some of the rock and stuff so that we're directing the water outwards to escape out. Otherwise, this would fill up, of course. Yeah. That one just touches, huh? Yeah, I don't know if that's going to be a problem or not. We'll see. Okay, so our next section is to obviously build the actual stores themselves. This run right here leads outwards to a little area. Let's see. It's actually quite skinny in here. This makes it look skinny, but it's almost that skinny as well. It's a pretty skinny little waterfall, but it works. Okay. But then we go over here, and we're going to start placing our stores. So we're going to go ahead and grab our blueprint here, and then we're going to go ahead and go to Mall Store A because it's the bottom floor. So what I've done, looks like, I don't know if that's going to be enough. Anyway, so what I've done down there, actually put a little power pole here because I was about to start placing the stores, and then I realized that we had no air limiters, and I was like, I'm gonna have to craft a crap load by hand. But then I was like, you know what? Why don't I just set up an assembler? So there's an assembler down there, right there, that I put a bunch of copper sheets and a bunch of quick wire into to make AL emitters, so then we could build the stores in peace. I don't know if 540 is going to be enough, considering per store it takes 10, so it's probably going to be a lot more than that, but that's okay. We're going to go Mall Store A. Well, at least this will be enough to get most of it done anyway. Oops. Blueprints. Mall Store A. So then we pull this up right up to here. And we bring it in. Get it to where it needs to be, which is right there. Perfect. So this is the mall front, basically. So, kind of give you some context behind this idea. There was a time when I just started on. I was playing on a DDG server back in Update 8 for a little bit when he invited me to play on this server. I had played on there for a little bit, and then we were talking about. He's like, he gave me the job of why don't you build a mall where we're going to bring all of our resources to a central area, so when you go there you can just pick up what you need. This is before obviously 1.0 with the dimensional depot, But he's like, why don't you bring it and then have like storage boxes and whatnot, and just we'll put labels on them and just build me a mall, essentially. Which is what they're called when you're looking at factory games. A mall is a place where you go and pick up a whole bunch of crap, like you would in real life. You go and pick up a whole bunch of crap, and then you go out and do whatever you need with it, essentially. So I was just like, mall, yeah, I'll build a mall, because I knew what a mall was. And I started, tinkering around some ideas, started building some stuff, and I was just like, mall, why don't I take it literally, like a literal mall, a shopping mall. So like, let's build that. And I wanted to build it up here, and I actually built them all up here. This will be my third time on the single player. This will be my third time building it. And this one's bigger and better than the very first iteration. And that was before they had blueprints. It took me weeks to build it. And it was only what, 2 floors? Or 3 floors maybe? It was only like 2 or 3 floors. And this one's 5 floors, but it took me weeks to build it because I didn't have blueprints at the time. Well, they did, but I didn't have blueprints. When I started building it, I had most of it built before the blueprints thing was a thing. Something like that. Gosh, I don't remember anymore. Anyway, let's go ahead and do that. So now that we've got our very first set exactly where we need it. So this is a literal mall front. You got the windows, you got the displays, which we never end up putting anything on, but that's okay. And then you've got the actual kind of counter, I guess you could say, with the sign. You could change this to whatever you like. And then you've got the big industrial storage container. And then on the back side, you've actually got a sorting system. So these are the first set, or the second set in the thing, programmable splitters for our sorting system, which when you put a bunch of materials up at the starter portion, the starter train station essentially, and then it goes around the mall and sorts all the items into their respectable boxes. So yeah, it's going to have a huge sorting system as well. So then we grab our blueprint, we put it into blueprint mode, hit the H key because it's not quite right, and then move it over, bang bang, move it over 2. It's perfectly lined up. And then we put one more here, hit the H key, bang bang. Yep. And that's how we place it. See, it's perfectly in line. Now we'll have to put a wall here, because this is set up in a way where the walls won't duplicate themselves on top of each other by accident. So yeah, we just have to, it doesn't take very much, just build a wall. No big deal there. And then when we connect power, these right here, these actually power the light inside of here, because not everybody has lumens. So, not that this is a single player, so I could obviously do that. But if I showed off to my friends who can't have lumen, they're gonna be like, "Where's all the lights?" It's like, "Can't you see the signs?" It's like, "Yeah, I see the signs, but there's no lighting in here." Like, "Oh, you don't have lumen." It's no big deal. Okay, then we just place the next one. And the next one, this episode's going to be going out super, super late today. I can already feel it just because of the time already. I got a late start on mine, so place that one. Then place that one. And then for the corner, what I'll do is I'll place a corner store. Or we'll place the corner right here, just like we would place it normally. We're going to place it like this, I believe. Or is it the other way? No, I think it's the other way. Yeah, like that. And then we go bang, 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 bang. Move it over to where it needs to be. So it's lined up. Yep, just like that. And we place our next store right next to it. Is that correct? Yeah, surely. Not quite perfect. This one is, though. Huh. I don't know, nothing I can really do about that, but close enough, I suppose.
So yeah, but we'll place that there. And then what we'll do is we'll go in and remove this store. This is just so I don't have to replace the next set. I guess it doesn't really matter, does it? Actually, I could just do this. Yeah. Yeah, I guess you could just do that and it'll just work. So then here we'll just put a... well, first we got to put a foundation in. Got to put our foundations in. Got to fill out the corner. This is where the sinks are going. Well, some it depends where we put the sink at. But yeah, some of the sinks and stuff. So. Okay, so that works there. And then our next one, we just continue right along in blueprint mode. But this one, we just get rid of this. What we do is we place this, right? Just like that. But this one, we go inside the store, and we go ahead and remove... Actually, no. No, that's right. I did change the way I was doing that. Because it's actually a lot simpler to just do this. Just bring that there. Bring that there. That there. Yeah, it's just a lot simpler to do that. Put a wall here, here, and here. And then just pull the wall that way. Pull our little piece. Oh, no, not quite. Not quite. There we go. Wall goes like that. We'll just pull that down there. Okay, and then on this side, foundations go vertical. There we go. There we go. That does that little section there. Perfect. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Yep, perfect. Guess we need a wall. Yeah, we only want to do 3 high. Yep, only want to do 3 high there. That should have the wall there. We'll go and measure one more. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, that's a store. Oh wait, 1, 2, 3, that's a store. 1, 2, 3, that's a store. Okay. Just making sure we're getting it right. Then architecture. Small concrete pillar. Oh wait, no, the blueprint will have it in there. Okay. Never mind. Then we just carry this blueprint set all the way around. Just like that. Alrighty then, and after a little bit of time, this is what our very first floor looks like. Don't worry about the glitching, it's not going to show up very much anyway. We do need to fill these in though, probably. These areas filled in. That kind of stuff, you know. Yeah, stupid phlegm. Okay. Yeah, we'll fill that in. Probably, oh yeah, we need to fill these in too. Why didn't I? Could have swore I did that. we got to fill in them spots. And then, yeah, I'd completely forgotten that we had to fill this in. Don't look. This is behind the scenes. You're not allowed to see. Okay. That's fine. Anyway, so now that we have that done, I also put I put a railing all the way around. I tried to use like walls or windows and stuff because I think that'd look much better. But then I remembered, oh yeah, we've already tried this in these certain spots right here. Because it's so short, you wouldn't be able to have a glass walkway because it would cut into that, and there's no half walls or anything like that, which would be nice, but there isn't. So it's just kind of a thing, unfortunately. But now that we've got all this, though, what we can go ahead and do for our very first floor, we still got a little bit to build here. Yeah, on these corners, I guess I just forgot to do that. We do got to build this out, build this out, build this out, build this out. We'll build it out even further in a minute, but yeah, we got to do that. We do got to build this out one more, so that, because this is where the belts are going, the belts for the whole system. Yeah, blueprints. Mall store C. Yeah, and we don't blueprint it. We don't have it on blueprint mode, but we do have it here. There we go, and that should be perfectly lined up with the next set. And then these should already have they should already have this stuff. So basically what happens is when we set the blueprint, we set it with this one, whichever one it happens to be. And then the forward, anything that isn't identified goes forward along the main belt line, as well as overflow. So if this is full right here, it will allow the overflow to continue along the belt and not just block it up. So if this box is full and these are full, then it'll send it right along. And then in between these, we just gotta put a little belt right just like that. So we got to go all the way around the mall with this right here. Get her placed. Alrighty then. And now we have that completed. Got the little belts in between. We'll do the belts that actually form the loop later. We need the floors in place for that because we got more belts to build that require like floor holes and stuff like that, but we don't have the floors in place yet, so we'll have to wait for that. However, we are out of time for this episode, so we're going to go ahead and leave it there. We've gotten a decent amount of work done. It'll go much faster now that we have the base down and stuff like that. We can go ahead and move on from there. But however, it is looking pretty good so far. Got like I said, got a decent amount of work done. We're starting to we got our first floor in. We got 4 floors to go plus the roof. We've got a lot of floors to make work. There are a few sections in here where the rock does kind of clip through, but I think this is acceptable for that. Same with this side. Well, this side doesn't clip. Now the rock is completely blocking that store, so we'll have to leave that one out. Same with that archway. This one clipping through, I think this is also okay. This is the only floor that's going to do that, but yeah, I think this is okay as well. So we'll just leave that as it is, because if it's not taking over like a quarter of the store, or it's not taking over a third of the store, or it's not blocking the access to the storage, I don't think it's too bad. But with the dimensional depot, obviously, we're not going to be using this mall all too much. I just want to get it built before the Fixmas event ends completely, so that we can place our lights and stuff like that. So, but anyway, like I said, with that, that is going to be it for this episode of Satisfactory. Next time, we'll we'll continue this build, and we'll hopefully get a bunch more done now that we have the base in place here. We can go ahead and start actually really working on this thing and stuff like that. So we'll get it done, but everything is looking good so far. But unfortunately, like I said, that is going to be it. So I do hope you enjoyed. Oh, and before you go, I would like to give a huge shout out and thank you to all of the investors you can see here. Seriously, thank you. You guys are awesome. It is much appreciated. And until next time, I guess it's a goodbye.